this video I'm going to be making the first actual part. I'm actually going to be making a pair of soft jaws. I ordered these from Monster Jaws, I believe, but they don't fit this particular vise. I guess this isn't a standard vise. So I'm going to be actually making my own out of aluminum. I've actually made one of the jaws already just to run it through and make sure it's all good, but I'm going to do a walkthrough of the other one. Alright. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do in making my vise is to cut the aluminum that I need out of the aluminum stock that I have. So I figured the jaw that I need is about 1¼ inches. So I'm just gonna make it a little over because I'm gonna need to face mill it to make sure it's square and all that. So I'm just gonna go with 1 3/8. So and I got that marked out here. Make sure the this thing is straight so you're not too far off. It looks pretty good right there. I'm gonna clamp that down. Start that up and come back when it's finished cutting. Okay, well I got my rough stock cut out here. As you can see, this is the one that I made previously. It's not super finished and all because I'm just using it in my vise, but as you can see, it's got the holes bored in there with the counter bore for the screws. This is actually the one that I had ordered, but you can see it's quite a bit larger and the holes don't quite line up. So I'm gonna make one more of these. So I have 2 in my vise, and of course this will be used to hold parts that I will be making. The ridge right there will hold pieces of metal in there like this, and one on either side, and I'll hold it there. The good thing about the soft jaws is you can actually machine into part of it. The end mill or something hits part of it, like on this particular part, it's gonna actually end up milling into it slightly, but since it's aluminum, that's okay. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to start off by face milling one side to make sure it's parallel. I'll do one side, then flip it over, and this will be true here, and I can turn it over and do this side. I've actually sanded down, belt sanded down the face on this to make sure that it's aren't any bumps or anything or ridges and stuff. So I'm gonna put a couple of parallels, small parallels in here, and we'll put this one down and put that in there like that. Tighten it down a little bit. Get my little mallet here. Make sure that's all the way down. Tighten it up. Okay. Alright. I'm going to... I don't have a face mill or anything like that, so I'm just going to use a 3/4 inch, 3/8 carbide end mill here. So we'll get this in here and tighten her up. Alright. I could do this with a wizard or some short G-code or something like that, but I'm actually just gonna do it with this. You can actually set the jog speed to whatever you want it to. So I can actually face mill with this. This is probably a little too fast for it, but if I go over to hit my tab button, and if I go over to here on the computer, I can actually set my jog speed right here. So I can just take this down to like 10, whatever speeds I want to jog at. It's kind of like having a power feed. Let me zoom back out. And I can just jog over at that speed and face mill that way. Alright. So let me bring the bit down. It's probably going to get a little noisy once I get this turn the spindle on, but let me get this thing down to where I want it. You can see that's about it right there on the X. I've got a little overlap over here. I'm probably going to take 3 passes. That's too much for 2 passes. So I'll take 3 passes. I'll overhang a little bit over here. I'm going to set my my Z over here to 0. Now I can pull it back up and bring it over. And then I can bring it down to whatever depth I want to go. Maybe we start with let's see. I'll just put it at like 50 thou or so and see how that goes. Alright, let me turn the spindle on. I'll go to about 2500. As you can see, it took off 50 thou off pretty quick, pretty easily. That it gives me one good surface right there. And now I'm going to check with my calipers to see the other jaw that I made. I'm at 1.2145, so I just have to check where I'm at on this other one here and see how much more I have to cut off. You can see the distance right there, so I'll just cut off, do the same process, flip it over, do the same process on the other side till I get down to the same height as this one. Alright, okay, after doing the math on the distance, the thickness of this and this, turns out I need to take another 85 thou off this. So what I'll do is I'll take like 50 thou off, like I did on the other one. I think it was 50 thou. And then I'll do maybe 2 light finishing passes. I get this back in the vise here, on the parallels here. Take it back out. Check. Make sure everything is clean. No chips or anything. The parallels are clean. Put that back in there. The side that I just did, I will face that down. And tighten that back up. Fix the parallels. Okay. Make sure that's down. Tap it down a little bit. Not a whole lot of clearance on this here. Alright. Tighten that. Alright. Now let's do the same thing I did before. I can already tell now I'm definitely going to have to build some kind of box or enclosure for this thing, because I'm just getting chips everywhere, especially at that feed and speed. Doing like 50 thou is just throwing chips all over my keyboard and stuff. So, but I'm just trying to get these jaws made so I can start making parts, and maybe I think the next step is definitely going to be that the box or the enclosure for it. So, okay, I finished the final pass on face milling this. I'm gonna take it out and see what kind of dimension we ended up getting on it. Came out pretty good, nice and smooth on both sides. See what we got here. Let's see. It's 1.216 or 7. I think it was like 5. I don't know. I'm probably maybe a thou or 2 off. For what I'm doing, that should be good enough. All right. The next thing is to put it on some bigger parallels and lay it flat, so I can run the G code to make it look like this. Alright. Okay, so I put the material in the vise there. I actually left it hanging out this side a little bit, because I'm actually going to pick up the X and the Y over on these two edges, because the way I drew it out, this is the origin point right here. So the electronic edge finder will pick it up here, here, and here. And then once that's all picked up and set, then it'll go ahead and run. So let me start on that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ref all home. So in Mach 3, going to ref all home right here, and the head will go up. It'll hit all of its limit switches. Okay, that's all set. Then we're going to insert tool number 1, which I have set up as the probe, or the electronic edge finder. Yep. Okay, so we got that in there. Then we will go back to Mach 3. And set that as tool 1 so it knows which offsets to use. Okay. And then we're gonna set Z0. Before, I don't know, I've set Z0 on this before with it spinning or without it spinning, but I looked at the videos on Tormach and they show it spinning, so we'll just have it spin a little bit. I guess when you have it spin, it's a little more accurate. You can just see it barely touching, basically. So we'll go over. For some reason my A button on my remote isn't working. I don't know, I gotta go troubleshoot that. And I'm gonna set it to incremental or step mode as I go down to touch off. We'll go down a hair more. Okay. Okay, so you can see the light is just turned on. So we will set that as Z0. Over here, I went and selected Z0 here. Now for the other two, I'm going to be using the offset function for the edge finder, which is actually in offsets, the offset tab, which are these buttons right here. So you can see that we're 0 over there, but we're going to take our edge finder over here, set that back to regular jog mode, take it up a hair, move it over, and we'll come down. Then I'll go over a hair. Alright. And then put it back into step mode. And just step over. I'm just stepping over till the light comes on. Oh, there we go. So it's starting to touch. So the light's on. Now I'm going to come over to here. And that's for our x-axis. So I'm actually going to select right here. I've already got the diameter of the tool right here, 400 thou. That was actually off the manufacturer's website, and I also measured it myself. So over here, I'm going to select it there, and you can see over here, right here, it's actually put it as 200 thou, which is half the diameter of the probe in the x-axis. And as you can see, the probe is actually in the negative direction. So So that's that. And then I'm gonna put it back into continuous mode, pull it away, come back, around, come up to it, put it back into step mode. So the light comes on, alright. Now I'm going to come back over here. And select this right here. And you can see our Y right there is now 20 thou. So now, if I take the tool, put it back into continuous mode, pull it back off. If I take it up, move in, and kind of eyeball it approximately in the center and down. You can see in here, obviously we're not going to get it exactly there, but you can see that we're pretty close to being zero, right on the edge there. Okay, so now I've set all the zeros, and let me pull this up, turn the spindle off. Okay, so I set all the zeros. Now we're going to go back to back to program run, and I'm going to load the G code, which is this soft jaw file right here. I'm going to open. I'm going to remove the tool that I have in here. I'm not going to put another tool in there, just remove that. And then I'm going to hit cycle start. It will go to the tool change position and ask me for tool number 2. Please insert tool number 2, which is a 1/4 inch 4-flute carbide end mill, which is this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and install this tool. Tighten it down. All right. Now I'm going to have to turn my air compressor on. I don't have all the air stuff set up yet, so I'm actually just using a gun on a temporary hose. I'm probably gonna have to get a bigger tank. It's just hard to control how much air you have coming out of here, so it runs the tank down. I'm gonna go ahead and click OK because I've inserted the new tool. It's gonna go down to the correct height right there for starting. Okay, now I'm just going to turn the spindle on and hit cycle start. Okay, alright, it is finished, and raise this up out of the way, and take it out. I could have been far more aggressive. It probably took a lot longer than I really needed to, but I'm just making two, so I didn't really need to fine-tune anything. And I'm still learning the feeds and speeds of this particular mill. You can't just like push it like you would push a Haas or something like that. So, well, there it is. All ready to put on the mill. I'll take the two right standard jaws off and put them in so you can see what it looks like. Okay, well I have my soft jaws installed. You can see them right there. What this enables me to do is to put parts in there without having to use parallels. You know, normally you'd be doing this and you'd have to put parallels in there and you'd have to keep them in there and all that kind of stuff. But with this, I just put a piece of stock in there. Make sure it's flat. Tighten it down. And it's ready to go. And when I'm done, pull it out, put the next one in, ready to go for the next one. Alright. Alright, that's it on my soft gel video. Alright.